across midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. That is incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and it's third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Tannehill hands to Drake. And some room to roam now. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker left side. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Gore. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And now a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Here's Tannehill. Going deep here for Stills. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Sony Michel. He grew up a few miles north of here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
20!
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And he finds the rookie from Penn State. That's Deshaun Hamilton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. James White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
From the gun on 3rd down. Brady. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, let's go.
Brady now to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
29,
Now Brady. And it'll be intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And they're running right through it. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves him with options here on 2nd and just a yard.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9.
50-50. Hey, 20.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. Finding room inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey.
Throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The drive starts with a run by White. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Stills. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. Second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. On first down, Drake. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now on first down, Drake again. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Let's go.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, it's Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Tannehill. Wide open receiver, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Good stuff. Where's 52? Watch 52. Go. I'm coming after you.
On first and goal, Drake. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Let's go.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
50.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Drake off the give from Tannehill. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Center's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Brady will try again on 2nd down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Kiko Alonso. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Tannehill. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Counter play, Drake. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Let's go. There you go.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He was looking for Parker that time.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 37.
31.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
72.
Brady. Hey, right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now here come the Dolphins. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. It's caught, Stills, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 16. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Akeem Spence busting through to get him for a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now Brady. Hard throw, incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Amendola. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Tannehill now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
Now Tannehill. And this is caught off the deflection. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah,
just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Brady to throw on 2nd down. This is White on the screen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Brady now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Pitch out. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Right. Right. Sugar. Right.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Patriots can take the lead with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Parker, the intended target. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 37. Yeah, they're going to try to eat some clock with Michelle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Clock
continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Michelle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go. Three down, these two. Wait, 20. Wait, 20. Wait, 10.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times.
It's caught inside the 25. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll look to throw. And Stills over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Room to run past midfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. Stills the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Patriots, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.